Welcome back everybody to the channel, and this is Glory Hunter episode number 9. We are almost at the halfway point of the Glory Hunter challenge, and things are going very well. We've had some movers, some transfers go in and out, and I want to make sure that I can get a team together that is going to win this Coppa Italia this season, so I can get my backside moved out of Italy and moved on to something else. So I think it was on the previous episode I had about 60 to 70 million in transfer budget. Transfer wise, I've been reasonably busy. I don't think I brought anybody else in before the takeover. I did sell a couple of players, but not. Hang on, right, here we go. Okay, so a couple of the players that did go, Hartman, he went to Sassuolo the season before on loan, had a mandatory clause in there, and I got 7.5 million for him, which isn't too bad. And a couple of the other youngsters got a little bit of money for them, which isn't too bad. But I did make another 68 million. So as I said previously as well, Goncalves and Doan. Luis Felipe is another one who left on the free contracts. A lot of wages freed up, which is good. But the big sale was Evan Ndika. Now, he was upset last season because we weren't in the Champions League. We got into the Champions League. I wanted to sign him on a new contract, and just as I was negotiating that new contract, Al Ali came in for him, and that was it. It was game over. He has gone over to Saudi Arabia. He is now on 650 grand a week. I'm not going to be able to compete with that in the slightest. But I think I managed to get better in than him. Luca Romero is another one. That Fuser, never played him, so he's gone as well. Leonardo Campagna has gone. Denis Telehovcic has gone as well. So yeah, I brought in another 68 million, and obviously I haven't spent all my transfer budget. But bearing in mind the money that I make, I only get to keep about 50% of it. So if I look at that, I've managed to keep about 32 to 35 million on that, so it's given me some good leeway. And I wanted to bulk out the squad because obviously there's a lot of players that are left there on free transfers and decent money. So starting from the top, I wanted a new fullback. Riddler Baku had gone, so Elias Yellert, a player actually I've never signed on this game. He's meant to be pretty decent. I don't think he's developed as well by this point, but he's still a very good fullback. So I brought him in. Daniel Lamela is one of the centre-backs that I brought in, a left-footed centre-back, somebody who can challenge Pasquetto in that position, but also I think somebody who can develop really well in this game. Potential's really good. Next one would be Vincenzo Sella, another centre-back, but Italian this time, helps with the homegrown quota. And again, physically and mentals-wise, for a centre-back, perfect. Absolutely not the best technique in the world, but really good centre-back nonetheless, and you're not really getting past him, to be fair. So he's good. Very good. I also wanted, because Campagna had gone, he was my other backup striker, so I brought in Yohan Boni, who was up for sale, I think. Yeah, Udinese transfer listed him, and I know he's meant to be a fairly decent player on this game, so I thought, you know what, I'll bring him in. Good backup, and he scored 3 goals in the friendly, so for, what was it, 8.5 million? Bargain. Jaden Slory, I brought in as another winger option. Squad depth, more than anything else. Then a couple of more young ones. Maktar Kamara is a regen defensive midfielder, somebody who could shadow Eduardo Bove, who, by the way, is just fantastic on this game. Very good, very good defensive midfielder. Andrea Di Maria is another defensive midfielder, but also can play along the back line as well, so I thought that was a good option. He may end up going out on loan. He does have a bid on him at the moment. I'm not entirely sure on that idea yet. And the last one, actually, I think is probably my best signing, and it was a free transfer. And I've bought him before in another one of my saves, and he was absolutely fantastic, and that is Bilal El Kanous. Absolutely phenomenal player on this game. I really like it. I rate him very highly on this game, so if you get the chance to get him from, I think, at the start of the game. Yeah, he's in Belgium. He went to Newcastle in this save, didn't do too bad, but he let his contract run out, and I managed to sign him for free transfer. So I was like, yes, between him and Samardzic playing across that point there in this tactic, fantastic. And as you'll see, I have put one player in who I believe will become an absolute superstar, and that's this guy, Evenzo Campagna. Regen, acts as a central attacking midfielder, but can play as a deep line playmaker, and I think he's got the attributes to play that position perfectly. So I've put him in for the majority of the season to get the game time and get the experience, because he's now at that point where he was on loan at Salento last year, had a reasonably good season, but hasn't had any sort of consistent seasons. This is going to be his breakout season. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So the squad is looking pretty strong, and as I say, we're in the Champions League as well. But the main one has to be that Coppa Italia. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can do this. I'm going to simulate the season, and we're going to go find out. Oh, we are close again. We are close, only 5 points off the top, and it ended up going to the last day of the season, and I think Inter Milan won it on goal difference. By the looks of it, by a country mile actually. They were smashing the goals in. Oh, they scored 11 against Frosinone, Sampdoria and Salento. That is, yeah, that's, oh God, that's so close. That is so close. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the main thing is, how did we do in the Coppa Italia? Come on!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes! Coppa Italia ticked off. Thank you. Whew. That means I can resign from this and take a break, because we are going into season number 10, the halfway point, and that only means I've got 2 countries left and the Europa League to do. But before we're going to have a quick look at the job centre to see what there is available, because I have absolutely no idea at the moment, we'll have a look at the squad, see how everybody played, and let's have a look at the goals. So Elias only 22, Bonnie with 20 though, that's good. 16 from Samardzic, 12 and 14 from Zaragoza, Saluski, Knus, 6 and 5. That's a bit of a disappointing output actually from him. Where did he get played most? Shadow Striker. So it looks like him and Samardzic swapped around a little bit, but I'm still quite happy with that. And yeah, I'm happy with that. And we'll have a look at the club vision. They should all be pretty happy with the, yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, so I think the only thing left before we wrap this up is let's go and have a quick look at the job centre. So if I look for managers, and then I don't want Italy anymore, I need Spain or France. That's what I'm left with. 2 relegated Spanish sides, a Marseille side that doesn't look like they performed too well. Let's have a look at the financials. Oh dear Christ, no, I'm not going for Marseille. They might have the facilities, but they've got no transfer budget, and even selling players, you only get a quarter of that back. No, not happening. Not happening. So I'm going to have to wait. I am going to resign. I am going to resign from this and leave it and let whatever other manager comes along and take, like, sort of continue Roma's journey. I don't need to be here anymore, so it makes it easier to find work and get into a job quickly if you have resigned from the club, which is what I'm going to do. But that wraps it up and takes it up to the halfway stage of the Glory Hunter, and I think so far it's been pretty damn successful. So successful that you should subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Ta-ra.